Lisa Briggs of the Roost Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. The number to call. So you ready?
Yes.
608-270-9933. You got some ferns here.
I do. I like ferns. I know you do too. Some of them are a little trickier to deal with, but these are some of the easier ones. So button fern, nest fern, staghorn, and then this cool one here is called a crocodile fern.
Not sunny window.
Bright indirect light, so east, evenly moist. A pebble tray with some water will help because they like humidity. Some of the ferns where they have the really wiry stems with the foliage, like the maidenhairs and some of the foot ferns, those are a little touchier about moisture, but these guys are pretty easy.
And they look great.
They do look good.
Right up your house.
Really crispy.
Yep. Let's go to Janice in Jefferson. Hi, Janice. What's your question?
My question is about hydrangeas. I've got one called Pinky Winky, and I've had it for years. And it's getting so tall now, I can't get all the dead flowers, old dead flowers, cut off anymore. Will it keep blooming?
Yes, it will. And honestly, though, what you have is a panicled hydrangea, and so they bloom on new wood. So you can go ahead and cut it back to where you can reach it. You'll see on the stems there'll be pairs of buds, and you want to cut it just above a pair of buds. So even if you can't reach where the flowers are, you can take it back, and they respond really well to pruning. So even if you cut it back by a third, it will still flower for this year.
Okay, good. Let's go to Patty now in Beaver Dam. Beaver Dam. Hi, Patty.
Hi.
What's your question?
I have a cassia popcorn plant that I dug up in the fall, and it was doing really good and sprouted new growth on the big stalk, and now they're all just dropping over.
Yeah, that plant it's an annual here, and we usually treat it as an annual where you don't bring it in. It's a little difficult to get to winter over inside. It likes a ton of light. So I would just see what you can do to get it to limp along until we start getting more daylight, and you'll see some improvement. So put it in the sunniest spot. Make sure that you're not overwatering it because they don't like to sit in water, and just I would say when you get to sort of mid to late February, you could probably give it a gentle fertilizer as well.
Okay, but it's an outdoor plant.
It is an outdoor plant. Well, here it is, yeah.
All right, Kathy in Milton. Hi, Kathy. What's your question?
Hi. I have a strawberry bed, and I want to amend it in the spring. What should I put in it to amend it?
So with the strawberry plants, you don't want to pile too much stuff on them. I would just use like a good fertilizer, an organic broadcast fertilizer that you can just put over the bed. Espoma makes a bunch of them, and I think that they make one that is good for fruiting crops. Otherwise, just a good vegetable garden fertilizer will do the trick.
Okay. Spring is coming.
Spring is coming.
Let's go to Patty in Janesville. Hi, Patty.
Hi. I have a Chinese money plant, and the leaves are real sticky.
Okay. Are they, what it might be is that you've got maybe some aphids or some scale on the leaves above on the undersides. So look where your leaves are sticky, and then look at the leaves right above and see if you see anything feeding. A lot of times what that is it's excreted from the bugs that are sucking the sap from the leaves above. And if that's the case, then what you'll want to do is get a systemic fertilizer. We've got some different ones at the store, and you'd put that in the soil and treat the soil.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right, thank you for calling. Let's go to Rita now in Broadhead. Hi, Rita.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I have a question. I'd gotten a hibiscus plant for Christmas, and it had 8 flowers on it, and now they're all finished. So now what do I do with it?
So hibiscus, the flowers generally just last a couple of days. They need really high light, and it's just not the season for it to develop new flower buds. Put it in a really sunny spot. Let the soil dry out between watering, and then once the weather gets nice, you're going to put it back outside in a really bright location, and it'll develop new flower buds for the summer.
Okay, great. I think we have time for one more. Linda in Oxford. Linda, go ahead.
Hi. I got a question about rhubarb. It's been in for about 5 years, and, it's not seeming to thrive, and the stalks are real skinny. We're wondering if there's something that we can use to supplement and make it thrive better.
So rhubarb is a heavy feeder. Again, you can use any sort of broad spectrum granular fertilizer, or with that, since that's the case, you have rhubarb, you can also put some soil amendments in there, like any kind of compost or manure that's well rotted. For 5 years, you might want to take two, maybe looking at splitting a couple of your clumps. You'd take them out in a sharp shovel, just cut them in half or quarter and replant.
All right, spring is coming.
It is, it always does.
Thank you all for calling. If you're on the line, stay there. Lisa will talk to you off the air. Thank you.
Thank you.